I, 27F, caught my fiance, 27M, cleaning his phone port with my toothbrush. I, 27F, caught my fiance, 26M, using my toothbrush to clean his phone port. So, I walk in from doing some garden work. I need to use the restroom really badly. I walk in, and immediately see him using my pink toothbrush to clean his phone port, which has not been working the last few days. I immediately freeze, feel sick to my stomach, and feel like I'm going to pass out. My hands start shaking, and honestly the feeling of betrayal and disgust really overtook me. I was immediately overwhelmed, and told him he needed to buy me a new toothbrush. He look on his face. I just can't unsee how guilty he knew he was. I then tell him that I am honestly so disgusted and can't believe he would do that to me. Specifically choosing my toothbrush out of the two options. His is green. He says that it is simply an accident, and that he was overwhelmed with his ADD and didn't even consider what he was doing. He went as far as to say that it was hypocritical of me not to accept his ADD answer, because my ADHD often causes me to do inconsiderate things. That often upset him. I do not like feeling like I'm being gaslit, nor do I feel I should have to accept that it was simply an accident. If I hadn't caught him, he likely would have returned my toothbrush to its holder. What other things do I have to look out for? But I do often inflate intense feelings and emotions due to my ADHD, and have to be very cautious of that as well. Insight always appreciated. I have ADHD and I know not to do that because I'm not feral. He turned things around and made it about you doing things. That's a huge issue. I can only imagine what else he does when your back is turned. He lacks respect for you. This is some cringe sitcom nonsense that no one in the real world would ever put up with. Who knows what he's been doing that you haven't busted him on? At 27, yo, he's too old for this BS. His response makes it 2,000 times worse. He should have just apologized. His behavior is selfish, entitled, disrespectful, immature, and shows zero empathy for you. Find an adult to partner with, not this mean child. I don't know if I'm the right one to answer this, but I could never trust him again. Why would he think anyone's toothbrush is an answer here? This would completely make me question his judgment, and I couldn't trust him with my stuff. Does he use soap while doing the dishes? Does he use detergent when washing the clothes? My mind would run wild with what else does he do. I'm not saying this is enough for a breakup, but I personally would have a hard time moving on from this. This is so wrong. I have ADHD. Pretty bad actually. I'll forget I even made a plate of food if I walk away. This isn't ADHD. This is purposeful and a disregard for your health. Your ex-fiance, right? What does ADD have to do with being gross? Also, how convenient that he grabbed yours and not his own. I really can't see how this way would be an ADD thing. This I just an asshole thing. I would clean the toilet with his toothbrush and tell him it's an ADHD thing. But I am petty. Does this discovery support underlying beliefs or suspicions you have about him but try to ignore? Or is it totally shocking that he would use something of yours in this damaging, gross way, and more believable that it was a ADD-fueled momentary mistake? Your gut is probably right either way. Make sure the phone port is the only thing he's cleaned with your toothbrush. He is gaslighting you, and he knew damn well that he grabbed your toothbrush instead of his to clean his phone. I imagine this is not the first time he gaslit you when he was in the wrong. Red flag, location flag. I've never heard nor seen anything on these type of grounds happen. I don't know what I would do. I would definitely need to take a deep breath before saying something to my so. It's not okay at all. Hey, my mom cleaned the toilet with my dad's toothbrush before their divorce. Just throwing this out there if you're looking for ideas. He used your toothbrush as a way to get at you. Do not marry this person, or we will hear from you 2 years from now after the breakup. That is not a symptom of ADHD. That is a symptom of disrespect. I would sit him down and make sure he understands that one. Him overlooking which toothbrush it is not just a need for a new toothbrush but really disrespectful. Respect in your relationship is a non-negotiable requirement. 2. Him not being able to own up and giving excuses is unacceptable. Yeah, ADD impacts things, but also being a considerate human being is expected, and he needs to be able to recognize when he was wrong without you having to catch him. 3. Explain how this makes you distrustful of him and all the possibilities of what you haven't caught. If he understands all 3 and is sorry and honest and willing to make a concrete plan of how to prevent this in the future, that's good. If he pins it back in you, I'd take a serious step back and reflect on things. Did he apologize? If he didn't, then it's a major red flag that instead of owning up to his mistake, he immediately went to deflect on you. Even if he did say sorry, it's still a red flag that he knew he was guilty and still tried to brush it off without trying to understand your own viewpoint. Your emotions are valid, and if things like this keep happening, then it may be time to move on.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.